Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. And in honor of this holiday, I'm gonna review a movie that is probably the only Valentine's Day based horror film, first of all. And second of all, a movie I've wanted to check out ever since I saw the remake in 2009. And it's a cult classic slasher film from 1981. And that movie is My Bloody Valentine. Now, there's this now in this town there's this old kind of legend similar to the one in Jason, I mean not Jason but Friday the 13th, about this killer that will kill people that want to celebrate Valentine's Day. And it turns out that this legend is true. When a group defiles the killer's order, people start turning up dead. So the film starts off pretty strong, in my opinion, with a couple going into a mine shaft and having sex. Then the woman is killed. So it begins. We get the title card and an all-male group shower. Well, with some usual horror shenanigans, getting drunk, making bad decisions. Then a human heart inside a Valentine's candy box of chocolates. It's a pretty cheesy scene, and the heart doesn't look very realistic, but it's still a good scene. And then you get the backstory to the killer and why he is doing this. Then more murders, so on and so forth. And then a killing that, honestly, I think the original version of it was way more brutal than the version that they did in the remake. And I'm not gonna say what it is, but it was definitely jaw drop worthy. It made me drop my jaw. Drop my jaw. By the time you're about a third of the way into the film, you're already into the characters and plot and killer, of course. And then it hit me. This film is it hit me that the remake was basically a sequel. It wasn't just a remake, it was a sequel. Because how the original ends is basically how the remake begins. I'm not going to spoil the ending, all I'm going to say is party in a mine shaft. But, if you're going to have a party in a mine at the end of the film, and then put that in the beginning of the film that's supposed to be a remake, more or less you're making a sequel, I think. So, I'm thinking it's a sequel. Now I think it is. Then a party in a mine shaft, like I said, and more. I can't even talk today. More murders, and then the film kind of ends. This film is really infamous for being violent. Too violent to get an R rating, so it had to be cut many times. And I finally watched the uncut version on YouTube. No, I will not provide links because I did not do that. That's not my thing. And I'm definitely going to buy this movie. When I saw the remake when it came out. I saw it in, I think it was not July, that's a bit too late, in January 2009. And I was really interested in seeing it. And I knew it was a remake of a film, but I hadn't seen the original, and it's 2014, it's over 5 years after this movie's been remade, and I am finally seeing the original. And I'm happy that I got to see it. And when the remake came out, I saw it and I liked it. I liked it because, well, this was 5 years ago. I was 11 at the time when I saw this movie. Back when I was 11, I thought what made a horror film good was a lot of violence. So I loved it naturally. Looking back, it may not be that great, but it's still a good, violent remake. Similar to the remake of Evil Dead. I like this one way more than the remake. It's probably one of my favorite slasher films, and like most horror films from the 80s, the effects and acting are polar opposites. The effects are good while the acting is bad. And according to what I've read up on this film, people claim it combines the atmosphere of Halloween with the violence of Friday the 13th, and I'd have to agree. Because some people say this movie is a Halloween kind of like ripoff, or a Halloween clone, just trying to cash in on the whole creepy atmosphere that Halloween had. And honestly, as someone who loves the original Halloween film, I like this movie more. This movie, in my opinion, my personal opinion, I liked it more than the original Halloween. I liked it more than the remake of Halloween. Um, Now on the gore meter, 1 to 10, 1 being something like The Corpse Grinders, and 10 being something like Brain Dead. This one was a solid 6, maybe even a 7. I would compare it to maybe the Reanimator films. Those ones were. I think that's about as close as you can get to comparing. It's pretty violent as long as you see the uncut version. If you see the cut version, I there's like 3 minutes cut out, I think, in the cut version. So yeah, there's a lot you're missing. Um, I like this movie. I love this movie. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. 5 out of 5 stars. I would highly recommend it to anybody who's a fan of slasher films. Anybody out there who thinks there's no better slasher film than insert your favorite slasher film here, then see this film and you may be proven wrong. I say may be proven wrong. Anyway, guys, I'm Biscuit Boo 69 signing off. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.